Day 21 of my carnivore challenge. It's still morning, but I did watch some videos that really blow my mind. So about carnivore, I wanted to share it until before I forget it. um, One thing I didn't know is that if you cook your meat, the fat that is in your pan is not good for you. I actually didn't know that, and it can cause diarrhea and stuff like this. Also, to melt your butter for, whatever you're making, also is not good for you. Even just if you melt it and then just pour it and not cook it, it can be also bad for diarrhea and all this stuff. So you need to always eat chilled butter. It is a life changer. It is really, or a game changer. So I totally can recommend you if you are not already watching all of her videos. The steak and butter girl, she's just blowing my mind like a lot of the times, and it's helping. So I'm 20 day in, and I'm actually doing now, watching some of her older videos and trying out the stuff she's saying, and it does make a big difference. So if you are feeling not good on carnivore, there are so many things you can do, and she's helping so much with that. Because on the one hand, you have her videos with interviews with the doctors and the people who are doing this for years, so that's very helpful. But on the other hand, the most helpful thing I think is her private videos, which is showing what she eats, why she eats it, why she doesn't like it. So that helped me a lot. What did I do? She is eating a stick of butter every day. So that's an amazing thing to that I implemented, or starting to implement, like not yesterday, but the day before yesterday. And it's changing a lot of things, actually. Yesterday I put up a video which we were eating a lot of dairy, and I didn't feel very well, and so on. And I thought I will gain weight like crazy because I did eat so much whipped cream. I'm sorry, I have to but I didn't. I lost weight, and I ate so much butter like crazy, and I did eat so much also of the things that didn't really work for me in my stomach, so I need to cut them out, yes. But still, the butter part somehow changed the whole thing, because I did eat like this one day and my weight went up 1 kg or 2 kg almost. So that was very interesting. And also the hunger for sweet and this stuff, you can manage a little bit better. So what did I do today? The first time I did cut that, let me show it like this piece of butter. So it's the half of the whole butter, and this you should eat. But your body, if it's not used to, you can also have extremely problems with your gut if you're not used to that much fat. So you need, everything you do, you need to do it in moderation. So you can have issues on carnivore, like a lot if you are doing and eating the things that you are not prepared to eat. So that's also something I knew from other diets and things I was doing. Your body needs time to adjust, so don't be scared of that. And if you do feel awful, just switch some little things. Watch people like Steak and Butter Girl and the doctors telling you what to do better, how to start. It does make a big difference. Carnivore is not only about eating meat-based products, animal-based products, or just meat. It's about eating also the right stuff that works for you, and also eat it in moderation. So in moderation, like if your body, you can eat it, then great, but maybe another body cannot eat the same thing like I do, or somebody else. So you really need to figure out what works for you in the end. And that's why I said that's my priority. My priority is to find out what I like. What do I really enjoy eating? And as yesterday, it was surprisingly, I didn't expect that because I don't like liver. It was hard. It was beef hard. And I enjoyed it so much with butter and salt. It was, and baked in ghee. So it was so good. It was so good. I thought it was good, but somebody else maybe got sick from this or doesn't like it. The same thing with liver. Some people love it, some people don't. The same thing with ghee. Some people love it, some people hate it, the taste. So I think the first priority is just to eat as much as you want, as often as you want, and just figure out what you like the first month. You know, like me now, day 21, everything comes into place at some point. I do feel that every day something is changing, you know, something is changing, bringing me to the point where I know and I can hear my body talking to me the first time and telling me, go on, eat as much as you want, eat as often as you want. I will get there with you. Don't worry. I got you. I got you, babe. So that's what my body is now really telling me. And that's one thing I think also what at Carnivore happens. After your body adjusts and heals, and it will take, like watching all these videos and people telling me also in the comments, it will take months. It's not going, you know, you cannot reverse things you were doing like 35 years to your body in 1 month or 1 week or 2 weeks. You know, your body needs time to adjust. And that's something you have to give it. And if I can tell you, this community is so beautiful, really, the haters, just ignore them. But the community itself is so beautiful and strong, and that's what I really just helped me through this. And if you comment on any video, I saw it also on the other videos, there are so many people interacting with you and try to help you with advice and try to motivate you. So it's such a beautiful community, and honestly, you can find your place there. And I didn't have a place anywhere. I do have a lot of hobbies and everything, you know, doing, but there were not people like they having my mindset. And my feeling is that the carnivore people are in my mindset. I can understand them, what they're going through. They can understand me somehow. So that's another side effect that is very, very beautiful. And I love this supportive kind of community, which I also know from CrossFit actually. When I did, you know, I didn't do CrossFit like often because of my back pain. But you know, being there, it's a very my experience was very supportive community. So it's just kind of people wanted to do better, or just wanted to feel better, just wanted to heal and experiment and be open-minded, and also went through hell to get to the point where they say, oh my God, that's, you know, changing my life. So that's one thing I do. I think it's the most beautiful thing in Carnivore. I still have problems with my skin, you know, it's not significantly better or worse on Carnivore. It's still, you know, having troubles still with skin. So it's not like a beautiful shining skin right now after 21 days. And I'm not losing weight like crazy, like everybody expected for me to lose 8 kg in 1 month. That's not happening. No, I don't lose anything special because my weight goes up and down until 3 kg. So until my weight is not showing 64, 63, something in that direction, it's not a difference in my scale. So I still have a lot of back pain. So I still cannot, because of my multiple sclerosis, I cannot walk more than 5,000 steps until my legs are blocking. I still have issues from my autoimmune disease in my hands. So I'm not healed in 21 days, but that's the thing. You should not expect to heal in a short period of time with anything you're doing, with anything. So I saw some people being devastated after 18 days even, not, you know, they're feeling awful. It's not happening for them. It's just happening for the cool people and they have a beautiful life. That's not true. It's really not. All the people I know also from the videos and following a little bit more also of their older videos, you see they're struggled with a lot of things in their life. It's just now getting to the point where it's good. It's now getting to the point where they can enjoy life and do feel better and don't have maybe that much anxiety and depressions. But it's still up and down. You cannot just expect everything to heal. And I can tell you the way I was healing, it was not starting with Carnivore now, these 21 days. It started with minimizing a lot of things in my home. It started with productivity and minimalization videos. It started with, you know, fasting videos. It started with a lot of different kind of topics and hypnosis and figuring out, you know, what to do with my life and career-wise and changing things. So the journey doesn't start with carnivore. Your journey should start with a lot of things and variety of things that you just see what can help you. And I can tell you one thing that's carnivore also for me, it's minimalizing the things I have to think about when I'm going shopping. It doesn't take me much time because it's so cool. It's so easy just going in, knowing, okay, these 2 aisles are for me, the rest I can just ignore. That's so easy nowadays. And I think it's going to be much more easier because now I'm reading the labels, you know, I have to check everything. I have to see, okay, which works for me. But until then, it's just easy. Then after, I think it's going to be very easy if you know exactly what to grab, like always. So it's going to be a very, very amazing thing. And minimalizing my kitchen stuff that I'm using, you know, I don't use most of the things anymore that, you know, were overwhelming in my kitchen, just walking inside and, oh my God, what am I gonna eat? So these things are one of the most beautiful things that are happening in the carnivore next to the community part, which you can embrace. You can really embrace your life getting more minimal. And that's something, it will give you calm, it will give you peace. So if you're not there yet and your house is still a mess and it's, you know, you're overwhelmed with stuff you have, start also with other videos and not only carnivore, focus also on Marie Kondo. You know, she changed my life years ago. I started minimalizing my whole life because of Marie Kondo. She's just helping you to clean and to make your home more minimal, and that will actually also help with your healing. So, you know, YouTube is such an amazing source of great inspiring people with all kind of topics, and it's, you know, you will find your place and just look around. Don't be focused on carnivore is not a thing. It's my, I also read a lot of comments saying carnivore is now my last chance. If that doesn't work, nothing works for me. Don't say that. Don't say that. I did say that also with veganism and vegetarian, and when I went this path, if that doesn't work, nothing works for me. So that's the problem. There is always something else. There is something else. And if it's not maybe the food part, you will get there. I promise. You will get there if you just be open to being inspired by other people and finding your click moment. And it can be something totally crazy. For me, I couldn't handle people, honestly. I was anxiety. People are very tough for me because, you know, if they're not in the same mindset, it's very tough for me to have conversations. And yesterday I had a play group here because I thought, what do I love to do? I do love to play board games. I don't like to go outside. I don't like to be, you know, this dressed up, you know, going here and there and just, you know, being judgy with people. That was a group that I was, you know, getting myself into because of my son, and they were friends. So I hated these people. I hated them. And I was forcing myself to hang out with them because I don't have anybody here. Because most of the people were, you know, leaving my country and just going somewhere else. So I feel very alone here because I don't have much people. So I did try to find my way, you know, having people around me. And that's the problem because I'm in IT. I have a lot of guy friends, you know, or people who are, you know, I can talk to, and they're more in my mindset. And I saw that that was the part also with the meat and this stuff, because most of the girls, they were like most into this veganism surrounding me. So I think that was also a part. And, you know, going out and having this girly things doing, and I don't know, just I just don't know. I couldn't click with a lot of them. I just can click with the girls that are more like boys, you know, that are more like easygoing, not bitching around, you know, like to just hang out as well, like, you know, not going out and going to restaurants and all that kind of thing. So it was tough for me to find my way. And then all of them left. So I stayed there alone again. And that's when I just figured out, yeah, I like to play board games. And I just went out into It's a library where you can borrow board games. I find a piece of paper where somebody asks, yeah, I want to make a play group if somebody likes and wants to join me. And that's how I get the people to know who are yesterday here, and we were just playing games. And it's so much fun. I enjoy that. We are not talking about anything. And I love not to talk about anything, actually. That's why I'm doing this YouTube channel, because I can talk to myself and I don't have to deal with people. I know it sounds, and deal with people in face to face, you know, and figuring out if you are in the same mindset or not. And I have to explain myself over and over and over again. That's what I'm talking about. But, you know, having people that do have the same mindset or do the same things, that's why I'm sharing it, because I know I will get people back commenting and, you know, interacting with me that they have the same mindset and same path like I do. So that's more interesting for me. But then again, there is an older guy also in this group, and he's starting to creep me out, honestly. He was making comments yesterday. I felt so uncomfortable. I hate that. I don't get that, why people do this, you know, some kind of sexual comments and in front of the children. So it's just not okay to be that way. And that's my problem I have with people in general. You know, I find something that, you know, enjoys me and makes me happy and it's fun, and then there is one person that destroys my experience. And the same thing is also with carnivore. You always find a person that tried to destroy your experience, and it's very important to realize that and to get yourself out of this situation and just find another one, and not being devastated and saying, now nothing works for me again. You know, if this group didn't work for me, now I won't have a place anywhere else. So that's just not the things that how it works, actually. You know, there is always another way. There are always other people. There are always another job. You will always find some way to figure it out, but you have to go through a lot of shit to get there. And I know whatever happens in life, believe me, there's always a solution. And my dad is one of the craziest people. He has one of the craziest stories, you know. So I will maybe tell it one day. The video is also too long, but he was like having ups and downs and failures. You couldn't imagine what happened to him. So it's very interesting to have a role model that failed a lot and hard and fall down, because that's where he got his strength from. And I see that in myself. The more I do stuff wrong, the more I learn. And the more stuff I do right, the less I learn. So that's why in Carnivore, I wanted to start with my own experience, just trying out stuff and failing. Because when I fail, I know, okay, something is not working. Then I go and find a solution. Then I ask for advice. Then I go, you know, watch videos like Steak and Butter Girl and just see, you know, does she have any advice to fix my problem? But I need to have this problem. I need to have it to fix it. So one thing I realized, also drinking milk, it's making me having, you know, problems with my stomach. But I do like to drink my coffee because it's just a habit, and I'm used to drink something milky in the morning. So I will ease out coffee, and some of you did have an amazing tip with having then just, you know, starting with the caffeine pills. So that will help maybe with the headaches in the beginning until you get completely maybe over coffee if you want to get rid of coffee. But don't get rid of coffee if you're used to. Don't, because then I had so much headaches that I almost want to blew off everything, and it was not because of carnivore, it was because of the coffee. So the first thing I did today is I made my coffee as usual, but I didn't put any milk in it. I just put a big piece of butter. And it worked. So it had still this, you know, creamy taste, and it's just, I'm easing it out little by little. I'm gonna start, you know, drinking less and less and less coffee in the morning until my body gets used to it. And I'm not gonna cut it off and say, you know, you're not getting your drugs anymore, because I saw that with doing carnivore and cutting out stuff and changing everything, it's too much for my body. So you need to do it little by little, step by step. I also my multiple sclerosis meds, I think they are making a lot of problems in my body. And I think a lot of the issues I have are not coming from carnivore. They started already with the pills, and it was before. So I do know that I wanna, ask the doctor to ease them out of my body, because it's just not helping me at all. But that's a path I'm still scared, because if you put the drugs out of your body, you can have a lot of issues and seizures and so on. So I'm scared of that, and that's not what I'm doing by myself and telling, oh my God, now carnivore is healing me, my autoimmune disease. No, I'm gonna do that very, very slowly, and until I'm not 2, 3, 4, 5 months in carnivore and know that's going to be my lifestyle, that's going something that I can manage for the rest of my life, then I'm not gonna do it. Because if I know I will fail after a month or two and cannot go back, then I would also, hit myself with the bat, because I did cut out maybe the only thing that will actually provide me for having seizures. So it's just so interesting how our life works, and you need to have a lot of steps. You will get there, and it's so much easier, having these tips from Steak and Butter Girl. Also, like the cold butter, not warm butter, having also eggs. I didn't know that egg white can cause a lot of gut problems. So it was for her the problem, that the egg whites. Now she's eating eggs. So, your body will get there, but maybe it's not there yet. So you have to figure out what of the food you're eating are wrong for you. And it takes time. It really takes time, because you're still eating maybe like crazy and frequently, and you cannot eat just one meal a day and then, figure out what else to eat and eat the same thing over and over. So you have to figure out what it is slowly, and not cutting out things and then adding some other things, so you don't know which one of this helped or made your situation worse. So you really need to take it slow and find your way to do that. And like these people who are doing this for years are having an amazing advice, and you guys in the comments have amazing advice that I'm following, and you are helping me with a lot of troubles I had during this whole 21 days now. And I can tell you, after day 20 yesterday, it was just like a click moment. It was a click moment just inside, listening to my body and knowing, you know what? You fucking miss meat because you hit the dairy, but you're missing meat. And I was cooking my little heart steak, with butter in the middle of the night because I wanted to eat it. My body was screaming at me that it wanted to try that, and it was the best thing because it was good. So my body's telling me something nice, I will also at some point after months switch my dog easy to barf, so to eat raw stuff, because everybody's saying he's a Chihuahua, he's small, they have problems with that. I don't think that. I think it's the same bullshit like with us human. Why shouldn't he eat the same thing like I do if it's helping me? So it will help him. Also, one interesting thing, I saw a video about one girl intermediate fasting. She's a coach for then vegetables and putting all this stuff in her diets, and she was talking about anxieties, having and depressions and so on. And the only thing I thought, why are you not trying carnivore? So I'm getting there in my mindset, not to want to tell people what to do, but thinking about, if you will go that path, maybe it will help with some of the things. And it does at some point, but it's not a magic weapon. It's not, and I'm not expecting it to be, and that's the most important part. So if you want to do carnivore, bring yourself to the right mindset to do that. Do not force yourself that carnivore will heal you, that you will magically lose weight after a month because you're cutting out sugar. That's not gonna happen for most of the people, maybe for some. Not to expect your anxieties and depressions just go away after a few weeks. That's also not gonna happen. So you need time. You need time with everything you're doing. So take it. Now I have to dress up because I have to go to work. I actually do have home office. So home office for me, it's also a little bit tough because I just want to eat out of boredom. Not boredom like boredom in work, but boredom of hands, And I just wanted to munch all the time because I'm sitting on a computer 8 hours. And that's also a hard time, you have to go a little bit out and maybe go for a walk, and that's something, you have to to get yourself to that point where you want to do that. And it's basically when I feel good, I want to do that. If I don't feel good, and like yesterday my stomach is feeling, you know, not very nice, then I don't want to go outside and just be, yeah, in the nature. I just don't want to do that. So if I'm feeling good, I wanted to do that. So that's why my priority is also now today to eat the butter, but slowly. Like I will listen to my body, so I'm not overdoing it with the fat because it can cause diarrhea. With the chilled butter, because I really like it and it really helps me with cravings and everything. So I wanna, now it's almost 9, I wanted to try to eat at 12, and until then eat the butter so it's not breaking your fast. And then I wanted to eat, you know, hard and eggs only today. I'm gonna try to eat like just the meat and the eggs part for today, and maybe just, you know, 2 times a day, not to cut it out, but to have it at 12, and maybe then when my son comes the second round. Yeah, that's what I want to focus today on, and just drinking tea. I'm not sure about the tea part because of the things that are inside also of tea. I'm not sure about it, but I'm gonna drink it. Just, you know, to have the liquid, because I have a little bit trouble drinking water. I don't know why. Maybe because I was used to these electrolytes with sugar. We don't have Element, unfortunately, here. I tried to figure out where to get stuff like this. It's really tough, and I'm mixing it by myself now with the tips from you guys, you know, magnesium and potassium and sodium. In my country it's different words, so it's sometimes hard to translate for me. And I'm trying to mix it, and that's fine, but it's about taste, you know, it's about the taste of the electrolytes that I'm missing, just some taste in the water. So that's why I'm, you know, gonna drink tea now. And yeah, I think that's it for now. You had 26 minutes, so I think it's enough. I'm gonna see you tomorrow, I think. Yeah, tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow. Bye.